All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. In today's stream, we are going to be talking about episode 40 of Ninjago, otherwise known as the sixth episode of season 4, entitled Spellbound. Thank you all for joining me here today. I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice, I'm a little tired today, but we're just going to keep on keeping on as we normally do. Welcome, everybody joining. In case this is your first time joining one of these streams, let me break down how they work. In these streams, we usually stream Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, with an episode review and a Q&A. And obviously, if there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know. Clearly, the episode review is not going to take up the entirety of the stream, so we will jump into Q&A pretty much after we get done here. So yeah, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Spellbound, which of course carries on the story of the Tournament of Elements. Rewatched this last night to break down the actual review. In these reviews, we talk about the actual plot, then we jump into the good and the bad, and then we will finally go ahead and give the episode a score out of 10 once everything is said and done. In terms of the drink lore, thank you for asking. We have water, so yeah, very nutritious. Go get some water, go get something to drink. If you guys have hot chocolate, maybe put a few marshmallows in there. Sounds like fun. Let's go ahead and get to it. So we're just going to let the episode slideshow run in the background as we break down pretty much everything about this episode: the plot, the good, the bad, and the score. Let's go ahead and get to it. So the episode basically begins above Chen's Island, where the final 8 are located in some type of blimp thing, and they're kind of waiting for the next round of the tournament to start, and tensions are rising between each of the elemental fighters. They're all kind of blaming each other for being the spy, continuing the mystery from the last episode as to who the spy is. Of course, we all know who the spy is at this point, but the ninja don't. The other masters do not. So it's kind of like it's kind of stressful for the audience as well. No one's pretty much driving the blimp, however, as soon found out by the masters, and Chen is on screen. He announces that the next round of the tournament has already begun, but instead of fighting each other, they're going to be trying to track down Nia, who has made her way onto the island unwelcoming. So yeah, the fighters need to track down Nia. At that moment in time, the actual blimp opens and everyone basically falls out. But luckily for the fighters, there are 8 parachutes. But unfortunately for the fighters, there are 9 of them because Garmadon is there as well. Of course, Chen knew this clearly, and he's just trying to get rid of Garmadon. So so basically, a huge scene breaks out where all of the fighters try to get a parachute. For the most part, everybody does, except for Lloyd and Garmadon, who basically share one. Lloyd is confident though that he can summon his energy dragon, and he gives Garmadon the parachute. Garmadon kind of freaks out a little bit, but Lloyd successfully manifests the dragon, so good stuff there. Lloyd's energy dragon is the first of these elemental dragons that we've seen. We will see more of them later on, but Lloyd probably unlocked his before all the other masters did. Makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, he summons that, and now the next round of the tournament has begun. All the fighters need to look for Nia, and obviously Chen has other motives. Meanwhile, Wu and Misako back in Ninjago are discussing what they're going to be doing about this whole operation, but they have faith in Garmadon that the ninja will be safe with him and that he can pretty much get the job done, meaning that they're not super worried about the ninja being on Chen's Island because Garmadon is there with them. So good stuff. I wonder how Jay knew Lloyd could unlock the dragon. He most likely was there when Lloyd was training. Maybe it was something that he was trying to do in Rebooted, maybe that we saw off screen. Not too sure about that, or maybe it's just something that they mentioned in passing. Could be. But yeah, otherwise, I'm not really too sure. Meanwhile, back at the Needle Factory, Cole and Zane are pretty much making their way back to the other fighters who are imprisoned and forced to work, and they discuss the plan of escape, and their plan right now is to head out through the sewer systems, which, of course, they could get through from the slimmest of margins. So at that moment, Dareth shows up and kind of ruins the whole plan because he was also captured, and yeah, so Dareth is not going to make the plan work because now they're too heavy to travel through the sewer system, so they need to come up with a new plan. Thank you, Dareth. Do not be a Dareth. Meanwhile, the fighters are pretty much scouting out the jungle trying to find Nia, and they also find various, I guess, prizes or rewards left behind by Chen, so that's cool. Jay, for example, finds a mech, which of course helps out with his broken leg, and the mech itself is actually Jay's electromech, which of course we all know from the initial set from Tournament and also the new Legacy remake. That's not very good, but we get we get what we can, I guess. Lloyd and Garmadon find the Samurai X symbol, meaning that Nia is trying to set a trail for the ninja, for the inner circle, to try to find her and not, have the other masters interfere. So that's cool. It's at this moment when Garmadon explains a little bit of Ninjago's backstory, and we get a flashback to the Serpentine War, which in this episode I thought was really well done. The actual Serpentine War flashbacks are really cool. He kind of discusses what went on between him, Chen, and Klaus, how he used to train under Chen alongside Klaus, and eventually he did intercept a love letter from Wu to Masako, who Garmadon also had some affection for. And obviously, due to Chen's actions and the Great Devourer's venom corrupting Garmadon, he decided to steal the letter and sign his own name on it, therefore kind of, stealing Wu's thunder a little bit, and that's ultimately what made Masako fall for Garmadon. Garmadon explains that he has no regrets because if he didn't do that, then Lloyd would not be there, which of course is, is accurate. Chen pretty much has shown in these flashbacks to be a very manipulative person. Even back then he was this way, still trying to make the war eventually happen between the Serpentine and the humans, which eventually was successful. Chen and Klaus were basically responsible for the whole Serpentine War, which is pretty crazy. Back to the current day, we cut to Chen and Klaus in the DBX trying to find out where the fighters are. They've kind of taken over the DBX and they've made it their own mobile base, so that's kind of fun. Chen, not only is he a psychopath, he also is a fan of Grand Theft Auto, apparently, so that's cool. Thanks, Chen. But yeah, they're trying to find the other masters. Klaus is currently running through the forest trying to capture various masters as well. The first one that's captured is Shadow, who is, of course, out of the tournament pretty much right off the bat. They also successfully capture Pale Man, and eventually they successfully capture everybody besides the ninja, of course, who are still trying to roam the forest, trying to find their way. Kai and Skylar eventually do meet up and decide to team up together. Of course, unbeknownst to Kai, Skylar is the traitor at this point, so Kai is pretty much falling into a trap here, which is to be expected because not the other ninja just don't know that Skylar's the imposter, if you will. We get more backstory, including how the Elemental Masters actually successfully fought the Serpentine during the war, and it's also shown how the Anacondri warriors came into the picture and pretty much ruined the entire war for everybody. They showed up and no one really knew what was going on, but the Elemental Alliance was pretty much strong, with Garmadon and Wu leading the charge. Unfortunately for the Elemental Alliance, Master Chen actually manipulated some of the fighters back then, like he does in the modern day, to go against the entire alliance, and we see a flashback with the Master of Earth basically taking on everybody in this war. So eventually the war is continued, but is stopped by the sacred flutes, which of course is a discovery pretty much just from the sky for the Elemental Masters. So that's cool. Waffles behind me messing with the shelves, so that's fun. So if you hear noises in the background, it's just my cat messing with some Ninjago boxes that I have in the background, so sorry for that. But yeah, they find the sacred flutes, and they're basically used to put the Serpentine into tombs, so that's fun. All the Serpentine get tombed up. In the flashbacks, we see Pythor as well getting trapped in the same tomb that he was found by Lloyd in the modern day, so that's cool. And just overall, all of the Anacondri generals were eventually banished to the Cursed Realm due to their actions during the war. So so we basically get a whole flashback of what the Serpentine War was, and I really enjoy that. I mean, the Serpentine War is something that I am quite fascinated with. I would love to do a couple videos tackling the history of specifically that section of Ninjago's lore, and I might actually just do that. But back at the factory in the modern day, they decide that the new plan is to build a rotojet, because Karloff is famous for building rotojets, apparently. The only problem, as pointed out by Cole, is that they are underground, so what use is a jet when they're underground? That's a really good question, but no one really acknowledges that, and everyone just decides that, yeah, that's the best case scenario, and Cole reluctantly agrees. So that's the plan for the folks in the factory. They're going to be building a rotojet to break out of there. Jay and Klaus eventually do cross paths, and Klaus has his own mech made up of magic and earth, so they have a little bit of a mech battle there. It's kind of cool. It's a really cool fight between Jay and Klaus. They have some pretty fun banter, and Jay actually puts a pretty good fight against Klaus. It's really fun. Nia hears the commotion and kind of enters the battle with the spell in hand. She tries to pretty much tell Jay what's going on, but of course Klaus is doing his best to try to keep Nia silent while also trying to fight Jay, so that's fun. The battle eventually ends with Klaus ripping out a piece of the electromech, and pretty much it just spontaneously explodes. Yeah, not a good thing. Kai and Skylar pretty much see the explosion and decide to venture their way over there to check it out. Skylar at this point decides to do pretty much the dumbest thing ever and use ice to, I guess, make an an easier path. Of course, at this point, it's very clear to Kai that Skylar is the traitor, because how else would she have used ice? I mean, it's not like Zane was in the tournament. Zane was underground in Chen's quarters, so yeah, Skylar pretty much revealed herself here. Not the best thing for Skylar to do. I'm not so sure why she would do that. I mean, you would think that she'd be a little more aware of the situation, I guess. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Basically, Kai knows at this point. They have a battle briefly where Kai tries to overpower her, but Chen shows up and pretty much, confirms that yes, Skylar is the traitor and she is in fact my daughter. So take that, Kai. So Kai pretty much gets knocked on his feet here. He tries to fight back, but he's pretty much overthrown by the combined power of Chen's elemental staff and Skylar as well. So Kai is pretty much imprisoned with the rest of them. Meanwhile, Lloyd is met up with Nia as well as Garmadon, and Nia gives him the spell. The spell is actually a transformation spell to turn Chen and his followers into Anachondri. So now we know what now we know what the spell is rather, and Lloyd is the only one left. We basically have the alliance of Lloyd, Garmadon, and Nia. Meanwhile, the episode ends with Kai being imprisoned alongside the other fallen fighters. Chen has collected all of them at this point except for Lloyd, and it ends with Kai and Skylar kind of sharing one last look of betrayal on Kai's end and kind of repressiveness on Skylar's end. She doesn't really know what to do here. I mean, she served her father well, so I guess that's all that she can do. But that's basically where the episode ends, with Skylar being revealed to everybody to be the spy, and no one's really happy. Lloyd is still running around out in the jungle somewhere alongside Garmadon and Nia, but now they know who the spell is. So yeah, if you guys voted orange for Among Us, there you go. But yeah, that's basically where the plot ends. Let's go ahead and jump into some good stuff. I got a lot of stuff to say here. There's a lot of stuff that I need to mention in terms of being good. The episode pretty much didn't have anything bad, I will say that right off the bat. But in terms of good stuff, the main thing that I want to talk about is the backstory of the Serpentine War. Garmadon basically explains it to Lloyd, and it is a very, I guess, intriguing backstory. It adds a lot to Ninjago's lore as a whole. It provides a lot for Ninjago's history, and overall, I really enjoyed the flashbacks. I loved seeing the young Garmadon fight alongside Klaus under Master Chen. That was super cool. It kind of explains their rivalry in the modern day. It explains why Chen, Klaus, and Garmadon kind of have that struggle, all three of them. It kind of explains that in the modern day. But it also explains what happened with Garmadon and Misako, and how he actually is responsible for Wu and Misako not working out, which of course must be, I guess, hard on Garmadon's conscience now in the modern day. But as he said in the episode, he doesn't really have any regrets. If he just let the letter slide from Wu, Lloyd would not be here. So yeah, I guess that's logical. Meanwhile, the actual Elemental Alliance portion of the flashbacks were pretty cool too. We got to see the original alliance alongside the modern day alliance, and we got to see how they're so different and also very similar. So I thought that was cool. We also get to see a little bit more of the Anachondri, which I thought was really fun. The Anachondri are shown to be very, very evil and diabolical and very strong serpentines. So if Chen's army is to turn into Anachondri, which we know that they eventually do, the ninja and the fighters are going to have a hard time against them. So we're going to be seeing that in future episodes. This episode did a great job of setting that up, while also explaining a lot of the backstory and hidden lore behind Ninjago's history. So I thought that was a really good thing. Meanwhile, we got to see the energy dragon, which is of course Lloyd's manifested elemental dragon. We will see the other masters unlock these dragons later on, but Lloyd pretty much has the first one, and this also did explore a little bit of Lloyd and Garmadon's relationship together. It shows that Garmadon is technically a good father, so you can't really fault him too much. He's concerned for his son. He wasn't really super panicky when there was only one parachute left. He was like, yep, this is an easy decision, and then he freaks out when Lloyd basically puts the parachute on him. But Garmadon's a good dad. I have to give Garmadon props for that. He knows what's going on there. Good stuff. But yeah, the energy dragon. We will see more elemental dragons in the future. But yeah, I thought that was a really cool introduction to them. Kind of came out of nowhere, which I will say is kind of a little bit of a nitpicky thing that I could bring up, but it's not too terrible. Also, speaking of things that come out of nowhere, the ninja actually get their Zukin suits this go around, which of course came out of nowhere. You could have explained it, I guess, the ninja maybe switched uniforms during battles or something like that, maybe in between episodes, but we don't really see them getting the suits, which I guess could, be a complaint for some people, but I personally don't mind. I think the Zukin suits look amazing here. Some people referred to them as the jungle suits. I've always kind of called them the Zukin suits, so yeah, I guess that's what we have to go off of here. But yeah, the suits look great, even though we don't really see where they come from. It's still fun to see them in the show, so that's something. Also, I do need to talk about some of the battles, specifically Jay versus Klaus, which I feel like is a really cool thing. The mech battle is awesome to me. The Electromech versus Klaus's Earth/magic mech thing. This is something that I actually want to be a set. I really want this to be a legacy set. I don't think it will be though. I think like when the Electromech legacy set was kind of hinted at, a lot of us were expecting this, but unfortunately we just got a junior set out of that. But maybe in the summertime wave, maybe they could actually include a set in which you get the Electromech and Klaus's mech together. That could be really fun. That's something that I feel like a lot of us really want. But the fight itself is really fun too. It doesn't really last a whole lot of time, but I feel like overall it is a pretty solid fight, all things considered. I mean, the two mechs going up against each other is pretty cool, all things considered. Also, we do get a little bit of interaction between Kai and Skylar. We get that big reveal at the end of the episode where it's revealed that Skylar is the spy, and Kai tries to fight her a little bit, but ultimately fails. So yeah, it's not super great on Kai's end, but Skylar and Kai have a connection here, and even though it is kind of, I guess, fake towards the beginning, if you will, it does eventually get real, as we see with later episodes. It kind of reminds me of the whole Lloyd and Harumi relationship that we saw later on in Ninjago, because like Lloyd and Harumi, Kai and Skylar basically they kind of had a rivalry at first. Skylar was kind of using Kai to I guess lower her own suspicions a little bit, so that's fun. But eventually she does kind of fall for him, just like how Harumi eventually fell for Lloyd, and I'm gonna stick by that. I feel like when Harumi died in season 9, she actually did care for Lloyd in that brief moment, and she recognized her own feelings. So I'm gonna stick by that theory. But it reminds me a lot of Lloyd and Harumi's relationship. The actual interactions that Kai and Skylar have in this episode reminded me a lot of what we would see in future Ninjago. So I really do like that though, and also Master Chen is cool too in this episode. He's still as much as a psycho as always, but it's revealed that Skylar is his daughter here to the other masters, and that pretty much drastically shifts the power dynamic here. Chen basically is in full control now, and overall I really enjoy that. So yeah, overall Skylar and Chen really good in this episode. Also, the actual jungle setting is cool too. It's fun to see the ninja kind of roam around in the jungle, and clearly there's not a whole lot of other things going on here. It's not like they fight in the city or anything like that. It's strictly a jungle setting, which I thought was pretty cool. It definitely shows a lot of what's going on the island, and it shows like the savagery of the island as well. Overall, this episode created a lot of suspense, not only for the ninja, but for pretty much everybody at hand. And even though this episode did have a few I guess things that I could nitpick, I don't think there's a lot of bad things here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that there are no bad things in this episode, and I'm going to be giving the episode a perfect score of a 10 out of 10. So let me go ahead and take a sip of my water, and hopefully you guys have some scores ready in the chat as well. I personally thought that this episode was pretty perfect, no bad things in my opinion, so let's see what you guys have for scores. A bunch of 10s right off the bat. A couple 9s. Yeah, this episode I think is a pretty solid episode, all things considered, and I feel like a lot of the fan base thinks the same way. 9s, 10s, 10s, lots of 10s, lots of 10s. A waffle out of 10. Fair enough. I don't even know where she is right now. She's not behind me anymore messing around with my shelves, so I don't know where she went. She went somewhere. 9s, 9s. So basically a bunch of 9s and a bunch of 10s. Pretty solid, all things considered, in terms of this episode. I don't know, I thought this episode was pretty cool, all things considered. Uh, Beautiful continuation to the Tournament of Elements, which of course is my favorite season. So I'm excited to continue this. Tomorrow we will talk about the Forgotten Element, which is the next episode that we have to review here. That has been my review of Spellbound. I almost want to say Skybound, but no, it's Spellbound. Yeah, I gave it a 10, perfect score. I have a feeling that we will be seeing a few more perfect scores before the season is over. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on from that. We will continue on with the stream. Of course, the actual review is over, but the stream is far from done. We have now Q&A, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited about. Yeah, in terms of updates to what I'm doing here and what's going on, not a whole lot of stuff. I managed to get a few finalized topics ready for the 10-hour live stream, which I suppose is, kind of important information. I will be revealing a trailer very soon for that 10-hour stream, so stay tuned for that. Either later today or tomorrow it's going to be going up, so hopefully you guys stick around for that. I have a finalized date in plan, and I have a few other things that we can do throughout the stream as well. But I did make a trailer for it yesterday, and yeah, I'm really excited to share that with all of you guys. It's either going to be going up today or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Also, in terms of, oh no, we're not doing the 10-hour stream today. That's going to be something that we have for the 10th anniversary of Ninjago. We've talked about it on previous streams, but in case you guys are not familiar, we are going to be doing a 10-hour live stream to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Ninjago sometime in January. The finalized date, I guess I can reveal the date right now. We are actually doing it January 14th. That's going to be the finalized date for the 10-hour stream, January 14th, 2021, because I realized that my actual semester doesn't start until the 19th. So yeah, we could totally do it on the 14th. I got nothing going on that day. So yeah, January 14th is going to be when we do the 10-hour live stream. I will be releasing a trailer later on, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, though, I hope that you guys are excited. Again, there's not going to be nothing too crazy. It's not going to be like a Q&A the entire 10 hours because that would be boring. But yeah, January 14th. So yeah, mark your calendars. 10-hour stream here on the channel to celebrate Ninjago. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some questions rolling. I think that's the only announcement that I have to make. I'm also currently trying to build the Temple of Reijitsu again, so I have the set next to me. I'm kind of halfway done with it still. I didn't really get a whole lot of building done last night, but I did a little bit before the stream started, and we're kind of continuing that here. I'll probably finish it up after stream. As much as I'd love to take a nap, I got too much to do today. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get to some questions. Do I think Nadakon is a creepy orange dude trying to marry a teenager? Yeah, absolutely. It's just not like a super great scenario there. Nadakon clearly did not read the rules of the world. So, yeah, Nadakon's kind of a creep. What do I think of the gardens? Oh, yeah, the Ninjago City Gardens got revealed yesterday. No, I think it's awesome. January 14th, that's also coming out. So the 14th is pretty major for a lot of stuff coming out. VIPs get the set the 14th. The rest of the world gets it, I believe, February 1st. But no, I'd recommend becoming a VIP member from LEGO if you have not done that already. I've been a VIP member for years, so I'm really excited to get my hands on the gardens. I will be buying that set. I think it looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of like the Ninjago City set from the Ninjago movie, but if it were made strictly for the TV show, I think that's awesome. Just overall, there's a lot of cool figures, a lot of awkward kind of civilian figures. It kind of does remind me of the city in that way. How do you become a VIP? You can go ahead and do that very easily on Lego's website. I don't know the exact way to do that in the modern day. I signed up like a bunch of years ago to become a VIP member, and they send you this little VIP card in the mail. It's completely free to do, to my knowledge. At least it used to be free. I'm not so sure if it is anymore. But yeah, become a VIP member on Lego.com if you haven't done so already. You get early access to the city gardens when it comes out. So yeah, otherwise, if you guys don't want to become a VIP member, or if you can't for whatever reason, February 1st is going to be the release date for the Ninjago City Gardens. I do like how they're releasing it on the actual 10th anniversary, like the actual strict date, the 14th of January. That's awesome. So cannot wait to get that set. It looks really cool. $299.99 is going to be the price tag on that. I know I said in my video yesterday that it was kind of like $399. That's Canadian dollars apparently. So yeah. So yeah, no, I'm excited for the gardens. Have a question regarding the latest video about Copa. If you don't mention the whole not for kids thing in the video, your channel can get removed. I basically do it as a precaution. I feel like because when you upload a video, you basically get a disclaimer thing that pops up as you upload it, where you gotta, I guess, specify that it's not meant for a younger audience. I do that, and I also do the whole description/disclaimer thing in the video just as a precaution. I don't think you have to do that, but as you're uploading a video onto YouTube, they do give you I guess, various things that you have to check off that no, this isn't for kids. Yes, this is specifically for adults, older audience, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. YouTube basically lets you do that regardless. I just kind of do a couple of extra steps as like a precaution because I really just don't want to lose my channel. I mean, I've been working on this for years now. Also in January, it's going to be the 8th anniversary of my channel. So yeah, I don't want to lose it. I've been working on this thing since I was 13. I don't want this thing to die out. So yeah, I just basically take a whole bunch of extra precautions. Do I think that the Skullkins found Morrow's corpse in the Cave of Despair? Yeah, I don't know about that. If they did, they probably would have done something with it, and clearly it was still there when the ninja found it in possession, so I don't think they would have found it. It was kind of in like a very obscure tunnel-like system, but part of me thinks that if the Skullkin were tearing apart that whole cave system for the Scythe of Quakes, they had to have found it at one point, right? So, yeah, I can't really say that for certain. If they did find it, they just probably left him behind. So. But yeah, they were probably digging in the wrong spot. Like Jay said in the pilots, man, like skeletons can't really read maps because they're not super smart. So yeah, who's the bigger simp, Jay or Kai or Lloyd? I'd say Jay. If I had to answer that question, I think that word is banned on Twitch, right? You can't say the simp word, God forbid. So hopefully it's not banned on YouTube. Please don't delete this stream, YouTube. But no, I'd say Jay. If I had to pick one, because Jay was kind of like, as soon as they mentioned Nia in the pilots, he was all like, "Wait, there's a girl? Oh my God!" Who's kind of doing that. So no, I'd say Jay. Waffle reveal at 90K. Waffle, you can find a picture of her on my Instagram. She kind of hangs out with me a lot. She follows me around. Out of all the kitties that we have in this apartment, I think Waffle's like the one that basically acts as my shadow, almost. Like even right now, she's sitting on the chair. Before the stream started, my desk right now looks like a bunch of it's just a bunch of Lego pieces everywhere. The desk is kind of a mess because I'm in the middle of trying to build the Jitsu temple. But Waffle jumped up onto the desk and knocked a bunch of pieces around like literally a second before the stream started, so had to frantically pick all that up. But now you can find pictures of her over on my Instagram. I post about her quite frequently. So yeah. If breaking Chen's staff released the powers, would it also work with the time blades? Could be, because I think they're both made out of what, chrono steel? Because I think Chen's staff was kind of confirmed to be chrono steel after Hands of Time came out. It wasn't mentioned in tournament to my knowledge, but I feel like they confirmed that later on. So yeah, if you, I guess, were to destroy the time blades, I guess the same logic would apply. They would go back to Achronix and Crux. I don't think that that would I don't know if that would work right now because Achronix and Crux are kind of nowhere to be found, but you know, yeah, I feel like that would work. What are these streams about? In these streams, we basically discuss an episode review. My goal is to review every episode of Ninjago, so we're going to be doing that. But eventually what we're going to be doing is, after we get done with the reviews, then we just jump into Q&A. And that's pretty much all we do. I try to make the streams an hour in length because I feel like that's a nice rounded out period of time. So, yeah. Thought the staff was made out of a crystal. I think it's like a combination. I know that the actual base of it is chrono steel, and there's a crystal of something. I don't know. It has to absorb powers in some way, and they confirmed later on that Chen's staff did have some type of chrono steel involved with it. So again, the logic is kind of fuzzy there, but I feel like overall it's a pretty solid explanation, all things considered. Chrono steel absorbs powers, Vengestone cancels powers, so on and so forth. How do the floating ruins work? Who's to say? Some weird anti-gravity thing. Chronosteel, you can find it on the Ninjago wiki. I believe Tommy confirmed it at some point, Tommy Andreasen. You just need to look under the Chronosteel section. I remember seeing that at some point on there. So again, it's not really super clear what time it is, but or what it's made out of. Sorry. When will the 10-hour stream start? It is. I don't have a time yet. I just have a date. I don't have a finalized time just yet. The time will be announced as we get closer to the actual date, but January 14th is when you can expect the stream to be. In terms of a time, I will announce that when we get closer. But yeah, I'm excited to release the trailer. I had a lot of fun putting it together, so hopefully you guys enjoy that when it comes out either today or tomorrow. Haven't decided when I want to release it yet. So Will I make a schedule as to what will happen on the 10-hour stream? Yes, I will. That'll pretty much be around the same time that I announce the actual time as well. I figured that since, for example, we do like an hour-long stream just in general, I feel like every hour we can do something different on the 10-hour stream. I kind of want to focus on like a whole bunch of different seasons there. For example, maybe hour 1 we talk about the pilots, hour 2 we talk about maybe season 1, season 2, that kind of stuff. Haven't really decided that just yet, but I do want to provide some type of, I guess, little activities for you guys, some type of watch party. Some of you guys had mentioned that you guys want to watch the movie on stream, which we could make happen. I just need to figure out how we can do that without getting claimed by Warner Brothers and having the entire stream be taken down. So I do have the movie downloaded onto my computer, so we very well could do that. We will also be doing, someone mentioned a giveaway. Yeah, we will be doing little trivia contest things, and I'm planning on doing some sets for prizes for like the first place winners. And then after the stream gets done, maybe we can, get in contact with the winners and get those prizes shipped out. It's not going to be anything too major. I just thought maybe we could give away like maybe all 4 epic battle sets at some point during the stream. That sounds pretty fun to me. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to do that. I just really haven't figured out a way to make everything happen just yet, but I have ideas. I just need to figure out how to do it. In terms of whether or not we're going to be having other people on the stream, I don't know for certain. I feel like maybe it should just be like one person hosting, but who's to say? Haven't really decided on that just yet. All I got so far finalized is a trailer and a date, so um, yeah, we could totally release the trailer later today. I will write that down. It's all done and everything. I just need to release it, so we could totally do that. Um, Maybe after the stream gets done. Who's to say? Yeah, how about we do that? How about after the stream, I'll try to go ahead and release the trailer. I do need to check and make sure it's good, like copyright-wise, because I do use footage in there. I don't want to get a strike based off the trailer, so I will make sure it's good. If it's good, I will put it up. If it doesn't go up after the stream, then it's not good, and I will try to revise it. But yeah, expect that to be after the stream. Um, yeah, so I hope that answers you guys' questions. Let's go ahead and switch up the pictures. Why don't we do season 13? I haven't done that in a minute. Did the season 14 trailer come out? I don't think so. No, the trailer as in the trailer for the 10-hour live stream that we're working on, not the trailer for season 14. I made a trailer yesterday for the 10-hour stream. So, do I like pizza? I do. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's anyone that hates pizza. Maybe we could do a pizza party on the stream. That could be fun. It's pizza time. Yes, exactly. Why does Lloyd have his dad's number in his phone in the movie? Who's to say? I mean, maybe it's just kind of like a backup emergency contact thing. Who really knows? Even if you don't have a good relationship with your parents, some people will go ahead and keep their parents' numbers in their phone for various reasons. I just find it kind of funny. The whole situation in the movie where Garmadon and Lloyd try to FaceTime each other. That's really fun. Favorite My Hero Academia villain? I like Dobby. Dobby is my favorite villain overall in that series. He's super cool. He's like he's got like blue fire. He's awesome. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be asking anyone to join in with the stream. In a way, I kind of just want it to be like my own experience with Ninjago and all that kind of stuff. So um, if we do have other people join in, then I think that'd be okay. But I don't know. That hasn't been finalized just yet. I don't like pizza. Oh, sorry to hear that. Maybe there are some people that don't like pizza. How did Skylar not go to the cursed realm in the finale? I think it might be because she redeemed herself in some way, like during the final battle, because she wasn't really on Chen's side during the final battle. She was kind of on the ninja side, because at that point she had recognized what Chen did wrong, but she was still an Anacondri. But I feel like maybe because she redeemed herself, she kind of was just turned back to normal instead of being sent to the cursed realm, so maybe that's it. So, do I think Kai should be evil? I feel like Kai has the most evil potential out of everybody. I feel like out of all the ninja, he could naturally just go to the evil side of things, and it wouldn't really be too far-fetched. So, yeah. Opinions on Mertessa? She's cool. Not the best character out there, but I thought she was good for the 13th season. I thought she was good for what she did. So, yeah, she's all right. Yeah. Lactose intolerance, no pizza. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, maybe some people don't like pizza after all. Just kind of depends on what you put on there, I guess, eh? Um, if the Anaconda chose not to curse Skylar because she was good. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like that is a pretty good explanation for that because Skylar at that point had pretty much recognized what she did wrong. So I don't really feel like there was any need to curse her, or send her to the curse drum or anything like that. So what do I think about Wu? I feel like Wu should get more screen time. I mean, in season 13, I thought it was a nice breath of fresh air because he was actually like center focus. He really wasn't for a long period of time. He spent a lot of time in season 8 being a baby. In season 9, he was kind of a teenager, which I thought was kind of cool. March of the Oni, he didn't have that big of a role. Season 11, he didn't have that big of a role. Season 12, he didn't have that big of a role. So I'm glad in season 13 he actually could, have gotten a chance to shine. Season 14 kind of worries me though. I don't know if they're going to be keeping Wu in the smaller role category, but um, I don't know. They seem all right overall, I guess, in terms of Wu's character. I don't think they're going to be, I guess, diminishing him at all. So I guess that's fun. But I wish Wu could, I guess, get a little more screen time overall. Do I like the Ninjago battle packs? In terms of the epic battle packs, like the new ones, I think they're all right for the most part. I'm probably going to grab some for myself as well, so when January 1st rolls around, I'll probably be picking up doubles of the epic battle sets, some to give away during the 10-hour stream and some to keep for myself. I think I am going to get them. Maybe I'll wait on them for me. I haven't really decided just yet, but yeah, they're okay. I like the minifigures in them though, for the most part. I think Kai's figure is super cool. So, um, yeah, some of them are kind of missed though. I mean, I don't really like Zane's outfit. I don't really like Jay's outfit. So, yeah, like the more I think about it, the more I like Kai's most of all. I think Kai's got the best outfit in those sets. Do I like the Time Twins minifigures? I do. They're some of my favorite figures. I have them displayed on my little minifigure stand there with the Time Blades. I feel like they're really cool figures. Some of Ninjago's, I guess, best designed villains, I'd say. Google says there's going to be a Ninjago movie 2 in 2021. No, I don't think that's accurate. In terms of whether or not I would love a second movie, I think, yeah, I would. I mean, like, a second movie is like a dream for me, but I don't think it's going to happen because the first movie did not do well critically or financially. So, yeah, we're probably not going to be getting a Ninjago movie 2 at this point. Also, they're at like a completely different studio now. The Lego movies don't belong to Warner Brothers anymore. A different studio has the rights to them, so I doubt we will see them anytime soon. Um, so yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But at least we have March of the Oni. March of the Oni is kind of like a Ninjago movie in its own way. In the United States, it aired as a TV movie, so I kind of always see it as a movie, even though it is like a 4 episode series technically, or a 4 episode season 10. No, I still feel like it's a pretty good thing. So in a way, we kind of do have 2 Ninjago movies. But yeah, Google gets a lot of stuff wrong sometimes. So. Do I think we'll ever see a Lego movie again? Not for a long while. I'm gonna be surprised if we see a Lego movie within like the next like 5 years. If we're being honest, I don't think that they're gonna be releasing any. I mean, the Lego movies as they are, I think that they're really good. But the actual audience reception and the actual financial intake from those movies has not been the best. It kind of gets lower and lower as the movies go on. I'm pretty sure the Ninjago movie made more money than the Lego movie too. I'm not really so like I think that was the case. So kind of unfortunate there. I do need to check really quick though because I feel like that might be wrong. Lego movies box office. I'm fairly certain that the Ninjago movie made more. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, never mind. The Ninjago movie made less, but still. The Lego Movie 2 didn't perform very well either in terms of financial income, so I doubt that they're going to be releasing any more anytime soon. So do I think, or what I think of the Time Twins? Will they return? I feel like the Time Twins are very good villains, all things considered. I would like them to return at some point, but yeah, who's to say? I doubt that they're going to be returning. If they were going to return, I think we should have seen them in season 8, but instead we have not seen them at all. So I doubt that they're going to be coming back. As much as I would like them to, and I know a lot of you guys would like them to as well, I don't think that they will be, which is very unfortunate. So. Do I like, was that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, not really. Not really one of my favorite series. What's my least favorite Marvel movie? In terms of the MCU, I really don't like Captain Marvel. Saw that movie once, thought it was awful, never watched it again. I really just do not like that character. I don't like that movie. I don't like Brie Larson. So, guess that's that. Do I or did I watch Power Rangers? I never really watched Power Rangers as a kid. The only thing of Power Rangers that I've ever seen is the 2017 movie, which I actually do own as well, because I liked the movie. I thought it was okay. I saw it with a friend of mine who was like a huge Power Rangers fan, or at least he was back when we were kids. I don't know if he's still watching Power Rangers to this day, but I remember seeing it with him, and he thought the movie was awful, but I thought it was I thought it was fine. I didn't really see a whole lot wrong with it. I mean, I have the Blu-ray for it, so I guess that's that. But no, that's like the only thing that that I can say for Power Rangers that I actually have seen is the movie. So yeah, I thought it was fun. They all kind of looked like Iron Man though, which I thought was kind of strange. Yeah, no, I don't really. I don't know. I just don't like Captain Marvel. I don't really think anyone needs to be honest for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like everyone's got their own opinions. I know there's like a lot of people that don't like Captain Marvel. I just don't like it because I thought it was a really average movie. It's like it felt like a Phase 1 Marvel movie in Phase 3. It was like the first movie to come out before Endgame. It was like the precursor to Endgame, and they kind of ruined it, in my opinion. I don't really feel like Captain Marvel is a good movie. I don't think she's a good character. I didn't like her involvement with Endgame at all. So yeah, I guess that's that. Am I excited for What If? In a way, the Marvel animated series What If that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus. I'm kind of excited for it. It's honestly one of the series that I'm not really looking forward to as much as some other ones. It's kind of like my least anticipated series, if you will, for Marvel. Um, but no, I'm still looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be bad, and I want to see it. I'm going to watch it when it comes out. There's just other stuff that I'm more excited for. I skipped Captain Marvel. Yeah, I went to go see it because I want to go see every Marvel movie that comes out. That one, though, I never watched again. Usually I watch them a lot when I buy the Blu-rays for them, but Captain Marvel I have never watched aside from the first time I saw it in the theater because I just don't I didn't like it then, and I feel like if I'm gonna pop it in right now, it's just gonna make me even more mad. So, not looking forward to that. What Disney Plus Marvel series am I most hyped for? I am most hyped for Hawkeye and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those two for sure are the two series that I'm most looking forward to out of all the Marvel stuff that's coming out. Who do I think the Venstone buyer is? Probably a new character that's going to be coming out later on. I doubt that it's going to be Chief Mammotus or whatever his name is, the main villain of season 14. I doubt it's going to be him. I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's a villain that we've seen before. I think it's going to be a brand new character that's going to be showing up in a future Ninjago story. I mean, it's got to be someone, right? We can also change up the images. We've kind of been stuck on season 13 for a long time. Why don't we jump to Possession? There we go. I know Possession's kind of like a lot of people's favorite, so we'll switch to Possession. But yeah, I don't know who the Venstone buyer is. It's kind of like it's kind of a big mystery at the moment. um, yeah, I guess that's that. What's my favorite Pixar movie? Just off the top of my head, I really enjoy the first Toy Story. Used to watch that a lot when I was a kid. I like Monsters Inc. The Incredibles is pretty fun. Not The Incredibles 2, though. The Incredibles 2 was really kind of just an average movie to me. I've only watched that once. But now, if you guys haven't seen Pixar's latest movie, Soul, I highly recommend it. It's an all right movie. I think it does a lot of good stuff. But it doesn't really compare to some of the older Pixar movies, if we're being honest. But no, I thought Soul was pretty good. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Um, yeah, I recommend it. I thought it was going to be kind of predictable, but then the movie went like a different way, and I was kind of happy about that. I was happy that it's not like a predictable mess. So that's all I could have asked for at this point. What do I think of Transformers Earthrise? Is that out yet? Because I haven't seen it. I've seen what was the first one? Siege. I saw that and didn't really care for it. So if it's out, if Earthrise is out, I might watch it. But I don't know. It's like a lot of Siege kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like some of the voice acting in that. I don't really like some of the animation. I don't like some of the character designs for that. In case you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the new Netflix Transformers shows. Because I'm a big Transformers fan. Like I love Transformers. It's like something that I've been with since I've been like a really little kid. So um, no, I'm probably gonna watch Earthrise. But yeah, if it came out today, yeah, I'll probably watch that later tonight. If we're being honest. Not really too looking forward to it though. Who do I think is the best Ninjago villain? My top three, I've seen some people asking what my top three villains are as well. My top three, I think Garmadon's my favorite, followed by the Overlord, followed by Chen. Depending on how I feel on certain days, that order might be switched, but those are my top three. Again, the order might be rearranged a little bit, but top 3: Garmadon, Overlord, Chen. I love Master Chen. Master Chen is just a crazy person, and that's and that's that's how he is as a villain. I think he's awesome. So I've grown up with the terrible movies, the terrible Transformers movies. Yeah, live action Transformers is not good. The first Michael Bay movie is all right. Everything else is kind of meh. Transformers 5 is one of the worst movies that I've ever seen in my life. But Bumblebee is good. I love the Bumblebee movie. I have a poster of it in my room because I love it. It's a really good movie. It's the best live action Transformers movie, that's for sure. Don't watch Transformers 5, though. I unfortunately saw that twice in the theaters and I wanted to die both times, so do not go see it. Do I hate or dislike Dareth? I don't hate Dareth. I just don't like a lot of the things that he does. A lot of the things in season 4, for example, as well. Because okay, Tournament's one of my favorites, and obviously we're watching Tournament right now for the reviews. But yeah, Dareth kind of throws me off in that. I just don't like what Dareth does in the season. I don't like what he does in any season. He's just kind of obnoxious for no reason. So yeah, I don't hate him. I just don't like a lot of the stuff that he does. Transformers 3 is all right. It's probably my second favorite Michael Bay movie. Yeah, I think the first and the third one are okay. 2, 4, and 5 can die. I don't like 2, I don't like 4, and I don't like 5. I remember being super excited for Transformers 4. Man, that was like the movie that I was looking forward to for like so long. But it came out and it was one of the biggest disappointments. Am I going to be doing a review on the City Gardens? Yeah, I will when I pick it up. Since I am part of the Lego VIP program thing, I can get early access to it, I guess. So January 14th is when that's going to come out for VIP members, and it's easy enough to become a VIP member, as I mentioned earlier. You can always sign up for it on Lego.com. It's pretty easy to do. But yeah, I will be doing a review of that set when I eventually do pick it up because I do want it. I think it's going to be an amazing set, and I want to talk about it on the channel. So yeah, I will be doing that. I'm going to be ordering it on the 14th. I'm not going to be getting it probably until like a week later, so the review might be a little late. Um, but yeah, I will be reviewing it. So what are my thoughts on Ninjago might end in 2022? Because people are saying that it will end in 2022. Right now, we only have stuff confirmed up to 2022. As much as to my knowledge, that's all we got. But that doesn't mean that it's going to end. I feel like Ninjago is still going to have more content afterwards, so I don't think we need to worry about that necessarily. I just, yeah, I don't think it's going to end in 2022. I feel like that's all we have like confirmed up to this point because we have 2 seasons coming out this year for 2021. Then we have a lot of stuff coming out for 2022 as well. It feels like it's like a really long time away, but no, it's only like a year from now because it's almost 2021. So yeah. Do I like Transformers movies and Michael Bay ones? Not really. Michael Bay can go kiss his mother. I don't know. But no, Michael Bay is not like a good director in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff going on that I just don't really care for in those movies. So I don't know. Some of them are good. Most of them are not. I personally feel like Transformers 5 is the worst one. What's worse, Transformers 5 or Dareth? I'd rather hang out with Dareth than watch Transformers 5, if we're being real. What concept would I like to see for Ninjago's future? I would very much like to see an underwater season, and I feel like that's going to be something that we're finally going to get in 2021's Summer Wave. I feel like that's going to be really cool. If we actually get an underwater season. That's been a dream of mine for a while. Take the Ninja underwater. I mentioned in a stream, I think it was yesterday, I mentioned how it's basically going to be like the Toamari from Bionicle, because they went underwater in that series. And I thought that was really cool. I remember seeing the commercials when I was younger, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I hope we get that for Ninjago, and I hope we get that for season 15. From what it's looking like, that's probably what we're going to be getting, so I'm really excited on that. The only good thing that came out of Bayformers was Bumblebee being injured. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Bumblebee was kind of like my least favorite character in those movies. I just didn't really like him. So, how will an underwater season work for Kai? Who's to say? I mean, maybe Kai's gotten over his fear of water by now. I'm not really so sure about that. But I kind of imagine that the suits might be like they have like a breathing apparatus thing. Maybe you could bring back the headband pieces from season 14. I feel like that'll work very well if you want to take the ninja underwater. Is Ninjago City Gardens 300 or 400? It's going to be $299.99 USD. In my video yesterday, I mentioned that the price was 400. That is in Canadian dollars, from what I've seen. So yeah, in the States, you're going to be paying 300 for that thing, which I gladly will. Take my money. Like, forget buying a PS5. I'm gonna buy the Ninjago City Gardens. Do I like Transformers Prime? Yeah, I love Transformers Prime. That's probably one of my favorite Transformers shows. It's either that or Beast Wars. I love Beast Wars as well. I got the full collection of Beast Wars on DVD. I grew up on that show. I wasn't there when it was airing, obviously, but uh, when I got into Transformers when I was young, I went back and watched a lot of the older series, and Beast Wars was my favorite. So, yeah, Beast Wars and Transformers Prime, those are my two favorite series from Transformers, of course, which I don't get to talk about on this channel very frequently. So if you look back on my channel, the first, I guess, video on there that's public to you guys is a Transformers video, because I used to do a lot of that back in the day, and I might go ahead and make a few more videos public as well. But yeah, the earliest public video right now on this channel is a Transformers video. But that doesn't mean it's my first video. My first video is privated, so some YouTubers are telling me that the gardens will be $349.99. So what's the real price? I heard $299.99. So I don't know where other people are getting their information from. Last time I checked on the wiki, they said that it was $299.99, which the wiki gets updated pretty quickly. I know it's like a Wikipedia type thing, and you can't really claim it to be like a proper source, but they do update their stuff pretty frequently. And last I checked, it was $299.99. I could totally check again though just now. Am I excited for potential Diamond and Pearl remakes? Absolutely. In case you guys don't know, I'm also a big fan of Pokemon, and Diamond and Pearl is my favorite game. Gen 4 is my favorite Pokemon series, so I really, really hope that we get remakes next year. That'd be awesome. Um, yeah, on the Ninjago wiki, they don't even have a price anymore. All right, well that's concerning. But last I checked, it was $299.99. So I guess that's just what I'm gonna go with until we get some type of confirmation when we get an official reveal. I think we'll get that come January 1st. I mean, they gotta, unless they reveal it January 14th and also like announce it the same day and put it up the same day. So yeah. Gen 4 was the gen I started on, so fingers crossed we get a remix. Yeah, same here for me. Like, Gen 4 was the first game I played. So, yeah, I hope we get remakes for that. I want to play Sinnoh on the Switch. That's like a dream of mine. What character would I like to change drastically, Kai or Jay? I feel like Kai is going to be the one that actually changes drastically. Like, the rumor is right now that one ninja is going to change drastically in the future. I think it's going to be Kai, and I think it's because Kai is going to become a villain. I think that's a storyline that Ninjago should totally explore, maybe in season 15, because, you know, if Nia's going to be the main focus, why not have her go up against her brother? I feel like that could be really cool. So, the Vengeance Buyer is high from the Gardens. Maybe. But no, I feel like if anyone's going to change, it's going to be Kai. Either he's going to become a villain or he's going to become something entirely different. Not really so sure on that at the moment, but no, I feel like Kai is going to be the one to get that huge change that's kind of been thrown around in the rumor mill right now. Zane or Cole? I'm picking Cole. Cole is my favorite ninja, so Cole's the best ninja in my opinion, obviously, because he's my favorite. What's Woo's favorite type of tea? I'm not sure about that. I don't know the types of tea. I'm not a tea fan. I don't really like tea. I've only drank tea a few times in my day, and it hasn't been good any of those times. So, yeah. Why is Wu getting a dog? Yeah, in the Ninjago City Gardens, one of the minifigures is Wu's dog, which you know, the classic character, Master Wu's dog. Clearly, he's been in every single series ever. Everyone knows him. He's the best character. But no, I feel like they're just bringing that over from the Master Wu Dragon. In the Master Wu Dragon set from Possession, he had a little husky that looked exactly like that. It had like a bow and arrow strapped to the side of it or something. So they're bringing it back in the Ninjago City Gardens set, and it counts as one of the figures, which is kind of it's all right. But in terms of other figures, we got like the mechanic, which I feel like is awesome to finally be getting a figure of the mechanic. We're getting a new Clutch Powers, supposedly. It kind of looks the same as the Clutch Powers that we already have. We're getting a new Ronin, so that's fun. There are a couple of people that are going to be appearing in the gardens that I really like. So, yeah, they should release Woo's Chicken. Master Wu's chicken's amazing. We do need Sarah's Borg. Yeah, how come we're getting like okay? Yeah, we need Borg. I'd rather have a Borg than like a Ronin or a Clutch Powers. Do I think any characters will die in future seasons? I don't think so. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of peril going on for some of the characters, specifically Jay. Jay, I feel like is going to be getting into a lot of trouble in the upcoming seasons. I released a video earlier today talking about how I feel like he might be a target for the Chief Mammotus tribe, whatever you want to call them, the Keepers, just because of his lightning heritage. So I feel like that's going to be something that they try to that they try to tackle. Heard Blobo is going to be involved with season 14. I haven't heard anything related to that. If he is, I think that'd be cool because the setting is supposedly like a jungle area thing, like a deserted jungle island. So I feel like Bolobo, if he is going to be involved, is going to be a pretty good help because, of course, he is the master of nature. I'm not sure about that though. I haven't heard anything related to that. So yeah. Is Ninjago the only thing I watch? No, I don't watch a lot of like regular TV. The only TV show that I watch is Ninjago, but I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of anime series. I watch a lot of different stuff. Um, right now, I'm watching an anime called "How Heavy Are the Dumbbells That You Lift." It's about a bunch of girls that work out. So it's a pretty fun series. I kind of have it on in the background when I'm doing other stuff. It's like mind numbing. I watch anime dubbed because I don't care. I think dubbed anime is just as good as subbed anime, and no one can tell me otherwise. With a few minutes left in the stream, why don't we jump into some rapid fire questions? The stream actually went by very quick today, so let's go ahead and get some rapid fire questions in the chat. Anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two to round out the stream. Have I seen Sword Art Online? Yes, I have. Some of it's good, some of it isn't. My favorite arc is the Alicization arc. That arc is amazing in my opinion. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! But no, I have some of it's all right, some of it's not. Dubbed anime is better than subbed. Yeah, I never got on board with like the whole no, you can only watch subbed anime thing. I don't care, man. I'm gonna watch anime the way I want to. So yeah, I like to watch it dubbed because I can go ahead and do other stuff while I'm watching it. I can multitask instead of having to read subtitles. So no, I love Alicization. It's my favorite arc of Sword Art. Is Dareth going to jail? He should. Lock him up. Hashtag lock up Dareth. Kai or Ray? Kai's the better character. I wish we would have seen more for Ray. I feel like as a Fire Master, I think Kai's got a long way to go yet, but I feel like Kai's the better character overall. Thoughts on 2020? Not a fan. I'm excited for the next year. Have I played Lego City Undercover? I have not. I've heard of it though. Haven't really got around to play it. What are the saddest anime of all time, in my opinion? Well, right off the bat, Clan Ad. If you guys want to watch a sad anime, watch Clan Ad. It's going to destroy you. It really messed me up the first time watching it. It's a really good show though. It's one of my favorite animes, but it's really sad. Stone Army or the Omega? Got to go with the Stone Army. I think the Stone Army is really cool. Am I going to do a video ranking the villain figures? Maybe when I eventually get all of them. There are still a few villains that I'm missing. But maybe when I get all of them. So the mechanic has a Glock. Wouldn't be surprised. Hashtag lock up Dareth. Yes, indeed. Lego City is the best Lego game in my opinion. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't checked it out yet. The only Lego games I've played are some of the Ninjago games as well as some of the Lego Marvel Avengers games on PlayStation. I played some of those. Um, yeah. Have I seen season 13? Yeah, I have. I think it's really cool. Master of the Mountain is my third favorite season at the moment. So, um, yeah. Crux or Chronix? I've always been more of a Crux guy. A Chronix always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, if you will. He's always kind of weird. Do I want another Zane season to get Echo in the backstory on the Master of Ice? Yeah, I feel like that could be really cool. We've only gotten little hints towards the Master of Ice and how he gave his powers to Zane, so I feel like getting a whole season dedicated to that could be fun. And yeah, include Echo Zane in there too. Why not? I think that could be really fun. The Ninjago movie game was good. Yeah, I've played it. I regret paying $60 for it though. I saw it at Target the other day for 20. I'm like, yeah, it's about right. It's what it should be. Did I get the package from my house yet? No, my mom's gonna ship that out today to me because I accidentally delivered a Lego package to the wrong address. So now I gotta wait a couple more days. She's gonna be putting it out later today. Ninjago City Gardens thoughts? I think it's amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I think it's gonna be a really cool looking set that a lot of people are really gonna enjoy. It's kind of like the set that Ninjago TV show fans deserve, so I'm really excited for that. Let's go ahead and answer one more question before we round out the stream here. Yeah, what's it gonna be? I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage in the meantime. We can probably answer that. Where can you watch season 13? I'm going to basically answer it for a lot of other seasons as well. If you look in the description, and this is courtesy of a very, very cool individual that watches the streams a lot, if you look in the description, you'll see a Google Drive, and in that drive, if you click on it, you can basically get all of the episodes. Yeah, It's a pretty cool Google Drive put together by Flame Master. Flame, thank you very much for doing that once again. But yeah, in the description, you can basically find all the episodes. So yeah, hopefully that answered the question, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. We can always put the hugs in the chat to round it out. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Hugs all around, and I will go over the streaming information. So in case you guys have not seen this yet, this is what we do. We stream Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, with an episode review and a Q&A. And obviously, we'll be updating this day by day. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know. But with that being said, that'll pretty much round out this stream here. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. It went by very quick. These streams always go by super fast, so it's pretty amazing to see how quickly these actually do go. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. I got a few more videos coming out today. I'm going to go ahead and try to update that trailer really quick. I'm going to go ahead and put that up and see if that works. Hopefully it does. If it does, then I'll put it up for you guys to watch right now. But yeah, thanks a lot for checking out this video, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for asking questions. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I will catch you guys in the stream tomorrow. I will see you then. Have a fantastic